Well, hello, and welcome back to a brand new video. Today, we have Premier League predictions. That's right, Premier League predictions. The full Premier League predictions, okay? Properly, okay? We've got all the signings. We've seen who have come in. We've seen you come out. It's not fully done yet, but we've seen the majority of what has been done. We've got a good in-depth now of what will happen in that. And also, I forgot what I was going to say. Damn. Well, anyway, I forgot what I was going to say. Moving on. We're going to do the Prem predictions. We're also going to do who I think will be top goal scorer, who I think will be top assister, the player of the season, and the young player of the season. So let's get into that first, okay? So, the top goal scorer could be a few people, you know? It could be a few people, okay? It could be Harry Kane. It could be Bruno Fernandes. But I've gone with Mohamed Salah, okay? He's just the GOAT, you know? The top assister, I've gone with an obvious one, Kevin De Bruyne. Player of the season, now this is a bit different, okay? I've put a slash, so either of two people, okay? So I put either Mohamed Salah, because if he's the top goal scorer, potentially could win player of the season, you know? And we could win the league, okay? But another one I put is Paul Pogba for player of the season, okay? Because United could potentially win. We have to admit that, okay? I have to admit that as a Liverpool fan. United could win the league, okay? Especially signing Varane, Sancho. If they get a Fabinho type player in their team, they could, okay? And Pogba got 4 assists, so it looks like he might be coming off of the back of that good France form. He might be putting that into the United form now. So that's why I put him up for potential player of the season, okay? Young player of the season, I put Phil Foden, obviously, because they are very likely to win the league, and usually he just gets given it if they win the league, you know. But I put another one that is a bit different, and that is Harvey Elliott, because he could have a standout season this season, okay? He's going to get lots of chances, and I can't wait, you know? It's going to be great this season, okay? But let's get into my official Premier League predictions for the table, okay? Starting off with 20th, we have Norwich. Sorry, you have nice kits and all, but I just don't see you staying up, okay? I just don't. Got some great players, but, you know, I've got to pick 3 teams to go down. In 19th, I've picked Burnley. I don't think they're good enough anymore. To me, they're boring. Boring Burnley, you know. They need to go. It's time to go. In 18th, this might be an unpopular opinion, okay? I put Crystal Palace. I know they've got a new manager. They've got some great players. But when is Eze and Elise, you know what I mean, from Reading, when are them two going to be back? Because I believe they're injured. When are they going to be back? You know, they have some exciting players, but 2 of the most important players are injured right now. When are they going to be back? When will they all gel? When will it all start to piece together? You don't know these things. So I think they could possibly get relegated. Okay? And that's why I put them 18th. I think they're not going to be one of the worst relegated teams. They're going to be very close to survival, because I think then they'll pick the form up in the last couple of months of the season, okay? But will it be good enough? In 17th place, I put Watford. I have to keep Watford up, okay, because the best goalkeeper in the world, Ben Foster. Yes, you are the best keeper in the world. And I have to pay respects to the cycling GK and keep you up, okay? 16th, I have put Brighton. I think they're a good squad, okay? But they're always around there, okay? Since they've come up, they've been 15th, 16th, 15th, 17th. They're not good enough to get any higher, okay? So I put them in 16th. Because I think they've got a great player in Lamptey, they've got Basuma, they've brought in Mwepu, but yes, they've got more pay in that, but they don't have someone who gets lots of goals, okay? I think they'll stay up, you know. I've said they'll stay up, but I don't know if they'll do good enough to get higher, okay? In 15th, I put Southampton. I think they're a possibility of getting relegated even, okay? They've lost Vestergaard to Leicester. They've lost Danny Ings to Aston Villa. Possibly James Ward-Prowse could be leaving to go to either Villa or Tottenham. So probably the best striker, the best centre-back, and maybe even the best midfielder and the captain all leaving. I think they'll struggle. I really think they'll struggle this season, okay? But they'll stay up. 14th, I have put Brentford. I think they've got an exciting squad. They beat Arsenal 2-0. Ivan Toney, I think, hasn't scored yet, but I think he will get many goals. Okay, he'll be like Patrick Bamford and Ollie Watkins, okay? He'll get a few goals. And I think they'll do decent, okay? And in 13th, I put Newcastle. They've signed Joe Willett, but is that good enough? You know, they bottled a 2-0 lead to West Ham to lose 4-2. I don't see them getting any higher. But I can admit they've got some good players, you know, Wilson, St. Maximin, Willock. But not good enough to attempt top 10. In 12th, I put Everton. Now, to me personally, Everton this season are going to be crap. And that's bias aside. Gray, Townsend, Begovic. That's all they brought in. Is that good enough? No. Not for a side that last year was trying to compete for top 7, you know, to try and get European football. No, it looks like they're not that great. It doesn't look that great, okay? And in 11th place, just missing it on the top 10, I put Wolves. I don't think they'll do terrible, but I also don't think they'll do great, okay, like they used to do, okay, before Jimenez got injured. But I could be wrong, but it's just the top 10, I think, are better. There's a lot of good teams, you know. They've got to put someone there, so I put Wolves. Right, so we've got the top 10 now. In 10th place, I have put West Ham. I don't think they'll do as good, but they're going to build on it now, okay? Jesse Lingard could still join them back. I think Ben Ryan will have a great season this season. They've got Bowen, Antonio, Rice, Sushek. They've got a good foundation. They've got a good team. But I don't know if... I don't know if they'll be good enough to do what they did last season, you know. Plus, they've got Europa League now. That could cause effect on them because they've not got enough depth. Okay, so yeah. In 9th place, I've put Aston Villa. Okay. I had them in 7th last time. But now I'm looking at it. And it's like the Palace thing. They've got all gel together first. Okay. And they've all got to find ways to work without Grealish now. Okay. Yes, they've got Danny Ings, Buendia, Who else did they bring in? Leon Bailey. And they've got a great squad, but they've got to forget about Grealish. Take that mindset out of their heads, you know, 'cause it's a bit like when Liverpool didn't have Henderson, lost or just didn't do well in games. Okay, you've got to take that out of the mindset now because he's gone. Grealish is gone. He's not coming back. He's not injured or anything. He's left the club. Okay, they've got to find ways to be more creative. I think that's why good way of bringing Buendia in. He'll be a great creative player for them. Leon Bailey, I think, will be class. They've got Ollie Watkins. They've got Danny Ings. I think they'll do well, but they've all got to gel together, you know. So that's why I put them in ninth now. In eighth place, I think I bumped them up from the video, from the premature video. Okay, I've put Leeds in eighth, just missing it on Conference League. They look promising to me. Okay, Rafinha, Jack Harrison, Bamford, Rodrigo, Calvin Phillips. Yes, they lost 5-1, but they did not have their rock. They did not have Calvin Phillips. And he is like Liverpool's Fabinho. He's that rock. If you don't want to concede a lot of goals, you have to have that rock in front of them. They didn't have it, okay? I think they'll do well. Because you got to remember, they did well last season, and they lost 4-3 to Liverpool in the first game, you know. You can lose the first game and still do well, okay? So yes, I do think they'll do well in eighth. Seventh, this is where we get into European action now. This is the Europa Conference League, okay, whoever gets seventh. I mean, I've put Arsenal there, okay? I don't think they'll do terrible this season. Yes, they lost to Brentford, but I'm sure they can step up their game. Their new signings, I think they'll do quite well. Pepe, Saka. I think they'll still do really well, okay? And get a nice little seventh place. Now we have the top six, okay? Sixth and fifth are Europa League, okay? In sixth place, I've put Tottenham Hotspur. I think it's quite simple. You know, they beat City 1-0 without Harry Kane, okay? I think they can do quite well. You know, and that's probably without adding another striker to it, okay? Because no doubt if Harry Kane leaves, they will add a striker to it, okay? So yeah, I think they'll do well. I really do think they'll do well this season, Tottenham. You know, under Nuno, it's almost like a bit of a rebuild from them, okay? And I think he will get them into a comfortable position and build on it in the coming seasons, okay? In fifth place, I put the obvious Leicester. Okay, I think they'll miss out on top four once again. Just because the firepower the top four have, okay. You know, United have Sancho and Varane now. Plus Pogba, Bruno Fernandes. Chelsea have brought in Lukaku. Plus they have Werner, Pulisic, Havertz, etc. Okay. Liverpool have Van Dijk back. They have Salah, Mane, Firmino, Fabinho, City with Kevin De Bruyne and all that. All the firepower. I don't think Leicester can match it this season, okay? Which is why I put them in fifth. In fourth, now this is so tough, the top four, okay? And people are going to actually hate me for this. I've put Man United in fourth. I know a lot of people put Liverpool in fourth, but now this isn't being biased. I don't think people understand. Yes, the other three teams have made signings, but I don't think they understand that this exact team has won the Premier League, has won the Champions League, and is still one of the best teams in the world, in Europe. Okay, in England, I don't think people understand the level of how Van Dijk is for the team, okay? With Van Dijk in, we're going to win more matches. We're going to do more better, okay? It's just how Liverpool work, okay? And I don't think people understand that, okay? And with Sancho and Varane, I don't think they'll start off great, okay? It's a brand new league. They might be too physical or whatever, okay? You've got to put all these factors in, okay? You don't know how they're going to react into a Premier League, okay? When Sancho's going against people like Van Dijk, how do you think he's going to play? You know, when he's going against left backs or right backs, you know, like Kyle Walker, Jack Cancelo, Robertson, how's he going to play? Okay, this isn't the Bundesliga anymore. You're not going against fucking Mats Hummels anymore, okay? Or you're not going against John Brooks from Wolfsburg. You're going against Van Dijk, John Stones, Ruben Diaz. A ton of big players, okay? A ton of good defences, okay? You're not trying to shoot against Hradecky. No disrespect on him, okay? But the league has Ederson, Nick Pope even, Alisson, Mendy. You're not just going to do great straight away, okay? It's very physical. It's very different, okay? So, yeah. There's a lot of factors that come into place, okay? And United have this one key thing, okay? Consistency. They're not consistent, okay? They'll win 5-1 against Leeds, but then go against Brentford and lose 1-0 or something, you know? They'll beat Man City 2-1, but then go to lose Norwich 1-0. They're not consistent. And that's the problem. And I just don't think they'll be consistent again. Third, I've put Chelsea. Okay, yes, they brought in Lukaku, but I actually don't know if they're actually going to be that great. I think they've got a great team. Yeah, they won the Champions League. Yeah, I think Havertz and Werner will do better this season. But I don't know. I just don't know. This is too hard for me, okay? But I put them in third, so I'm just going to stick with it. In second place, I've put Liverpool, okay? Now, I put them in second because I'm not biased, okay? And I think if we want to get first place, we have to bring in an attacker. We have to bring in a goal scorer, okay? Not necessarily a midfielder, because Harvey Elliott plays in midfield now, and I think the midfield's okay. I think at least one signing, and it has to be an attacker. If we don't make any signings, I can't see us winning the league. You know, I was going to say doing great, but second is still great. You know, it's just, this is so hard to do. You don't understand. The top four is so good. So many good teams right now, and it's so hard to put them fourth, third, second, and first, okay? But I put Liverpool in second, which means Manchester City are your Premier League winners, okay? I think it's just an obvious one that I just went with, okay? Yes, they've got Grealish. The thing is, they did lose to Tottenham, and that has me doubting them, okay? I almost feel like I want to put Man City in third, Chelsea second, or Liverpool second and Chelsea first, or Liverpool first, okay? I kind of want to put Man City third, you know? But I also think there is a possibility that they won't win the league if they don't sign a striker, okay? So it's kind of making me want them to put them third. But I'm not. I'm going to leave them first, okay? Because if I change anything, then this will happen, okay? And then I'll get it wrong. So I'm going to leave it like this and just see what happens, okay? You don't have to agree because it's my personal opinion. And the top four is super hard, okay? But that is what I'm going with, okay? My top four to be Man City, Liverpool, Chelsea, United. If you did enjoy the video, leave a like. Let me know if you agree with my table. Let me know what you would change maybe in the comments. Let me know all that. Okay, and subscribe if you're not already. And until the next time, it's been your boy, Archer76. And I'll see you soon.